Hello, everybody. Burnedoutguy here, and welcome back to SpaceCraft. All right, so last episode we needed to get into shipbuilding. Well, what a rabbit hole that's gonna be. So here is our ship constructor thing here. So this is what we wanted to build for the last episode, which is this here, the shipyard. So that didn't take much to get. We did manage to unlock all the other stuff too. What was it here? These modular ones, and then these here, so that's good. Next one we need to unlock is here. These are improves controls of thrusters. Interesting, we'll have to check that out. And there's also one for mining laser as well, so that's going to be kind of interesting to see how that works. But anyways, that's a little bit farther down the road. So we need to make some parts, right? And the parts that we're looking to make are these right here. Okay, so the way these parts to upgrade your ship work is you look at the well, they won't even let me click on it, but if you look at the where it says system support, it says 240 SP. That's what it's giving you, like when you put that piece on here. So if you use these in conjunction with these ones, you're gonna get some pretty decent SP. So which is probably really good to help build up our ship to start off with, because there's other ones later on we can get that are better components and they make this SP look like garbage. So yeah, we'll end up upgrading to those later on. I think it's titanium ones, and then there's another alloy after that too. Anyways, I digress. I think so yeah, there's things like that we can do. We should also look into making a new cockpit as well, because some of these other cockpits are extremely good. What's this one here? Cocoon. And look, they give you a lot like came out of the cockpit. So this one gives you 200, 100, 200. One of them also gives you, I think, more weight to carry too. Yeah, storage. That's power storage. Yeah, solid storage. This one gives you an extra 300 SU of storage. So putting the beaver cockpit on would probably be really good for us. We just got to get some of these steel part casings and support hardware. So that's the rabbit hole part. All these extra parts that we're going to be looking for need those support hardware and steel part casing, but you can't make it in these. We have to make it in our assembler over here. So if you look over at assembler, see, you can make them here, and they're like way down the list here, right here. So if we wanted to make any of that, I think we could even make that in here too if we brought all the parts. But really, technically, what we want to make is if I can just start finding it on the list down here. Yeah, this one, fourth from the bottom. So we're gonna need oh, not even, there we go, fifth from the bottom, the support hardware, and then the other one. So fifth from the bottom. So these two right here we're gonna need. So one's gonna need wire and microchips, which is funny. And then the other one is gonna need structural beams and stainless plates. So I think the one that we're gonna go for is the, remember the planet we found all the aluminum on, that we can make aluminum? I think it's called Thera. No, Ruxio 3. Let's check that out. Can we look at our map here? Yeah, we can. So we can come up here. We can go here or here to make an aluminum base. So that's one of the two planets I was thinking of, which wouldn't be too bad because it's only a one jump to over here. And I think over here somewhere, seeing on this one right here, we could actually put like an iron and coal if we find a spot. So that would be some pretty easy jumps to one another. So that would be really cool. What's on this planet here? Anything good? A copper deposit, an iron deposit. See, it'd almost be good to like move our base to here, and then we could have a one jump to here and then a one jump to here to go get our materials, and have kind of like a single base out and about, and then we wouldn't be too far from the ports to go sell our materials and stuff when we needed it, right? So it's just a few jumps. I think that would be a really, really good idea. But before I do that, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go set up a base here. I believe one of these has it, right? Yeah, this one down here had it. It was the only planet that I investigated here, so but yeah, we could go here. Really handy too, because it's got sulfuric acid and sulfuric stone on it too, so that's going to be helpful. Yeah, I'm thinking that planet would be probably a good one. It's less jumps to the station. There's only that's what I'm trying to think about is networking for later on, and I think this would be a good small network to have together right now. And then we're only a couple of jumps from the next star system over, right? So it's kind of what my goal is, because this gets pretty big, right? We got like a bunch of different stations here, so if we can find a way to make, you know, a small little spider web here would be pretty awesome. But that's kind of my goal. I've been looking at this for a little bit now, trying to figure it out, which would be the best thing to do. And moving our base to here, I think would be a great idea. So in the meantime, I have removed this from stopping mining. So this isn't mining anymore. I turned it off. This eventually should stop smelting once it goes through everything here. Then once that happens, I will probably start dismantling things and bringing them wherever. It's a shame. I did put a little bit of work into this place, but it won't happen right away on today's episode, that's for sure. I want to get the other one set up first. I put a storage container over here for all of our crystals and mineral ores that we're keeping to try to, like, you know, separate our stuff. So this is kind of what I want to do. I want to try to make a main hub, that way I can go get all my materials and bring them back here and do all my fabricating in one spot, right? That's kind of my goal. So at the aluminum thing, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 miners, we're going to do 2 smelters, and then we're just going to do 2 storages, and then that's it. And then what we'll do over time, we can just come back and get the iron ingot or the copper ingots and the aluminum ingots. Then we can bring them back home, which will be here, and we'll set up some kind of a system where they're turning into aluminum sheets. Yeah, so we'll do stuff like that. We'll do a little bit at a time. I'm probably not going to have too many assemblers. I'll have a small army of them, but we'll see how that works out. But I want to try to keep it in a way where I can kind of keep the assemblers going this way, maybe, and then the storages on top. So, and then I want storages back here as well, holding materials. So we'll see how this is all going to work out and play out. But so far, so good, man. And then who knows, the next area, hopefully I find a flatter, more suitable area in the next place I land. That's kind of like the base idea I'm gonna keep going with. But anyways, enough blah blah blah, because I've blah 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 enough. Let's go and try to set up an area over here. There you go, everybody. We're now at -1. We're gonna go in here and try to find ourselves a copper and aluminum base somewhere nice and flat. Hopefully pretty flat. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty good, I think. Nice flat area. So I'm gonna park the ship right here for now, kind of as a marker where these things are. All right, I think that'll be good. All right, and we can take this guy here. I need to make another motor. Can I do that here? I didn't bring any iron, I guess, with me. Oh well. We'll go smelter. We'll put a smelter here. Another smelter here. Okay, we get some more concrete. All right, that's fine. Should maybe bring enough to make another shipyard too afterwards, and then maybe plop a shipyard here down. That'd be kind of nice. Somewhere to land. Yeah, that's going to be the plan. I should rename this base. Yeah, we'll call it Boggs Aluminum Sheets. That's good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we got just about everything cooking. I got a landing pad now. We have our storages. We got a little bit of aluminum in there. We got some copper over there. So now I think what we're going to do is just select this recipe. We are going to make aluminum sheets. No, or stainless plates. Yeah, stainless plates. That's what we're looking for. So we're going to get the aluminum from here. We're going to get the copper from here. And then the output. Oh, I'm out of drones. Okay, wait. Am I? Yeah, I'm out of drones. No way. Gotta make another drone. Probably gonna need a motor, right? For a drone. Microchip and a motor. Okay, so if I make a silicone ingot, you can make silicone gel. Okay, I didn't know that that was a thing here. I could make a silicone ingot. Sure we can. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Cool. Wow, you get a lot. You get 20 gel per ingot. That's pretty dope. There we go. Now we can make a drone. It's beautiful. Now we can take him and add a route and say, you go there. Nice. Unfortunately, I stole all the copper already. Well, it's all good. It's all good. Takes like 3 minutes and some to, you know, lots of time for it to build back up. So, but anyways, I think that's pretty darn good so far. Not bad. So now we got ourselves a whole metal sheet production here. And then later on, we can actually make this even bigger. We can grab another assembler and put it here. And then we can siphon the copper out of here and make wires at one point or another. And then I'm not sure what else you can do with aluminum, but we might be able to put an assembler here and do something else there. So production can be expanded here pretty nicely. So that's pretty good. Looking forward to that. And then these poles, well, they're just pretty easy to make. They're just coils and pretty much anyways. And then you can just spread the power all over the place using these, right? So that's pretty cool, man. I likes it. I likes it. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's where I'm going to call the episode. We had a very, very good episode today. We got a lot of production and everything going forward. So I'm happy with this. This is really good. I let things run for a little bit, and we got 100 and some plates in here now, which is really good. Yeah, 170 plates. So that's freaking awesome. So now we got some stuff to do things with, which I'm pretty happy about. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the episode, everybody. Like, subscribe, peace, take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.